I guess when I describe in my book, American Injustice, My Battle to Expose the Truth, I describe how it was just any other customer with a lot of disgusting stuff on his computer until his father announced his candidacy for president. And that's when I started to get nervous, because Hunter was in possession of a piece of paper that said that I was allowed to go through 3 of his laptops and recover data from them. And I just figured it was a matter of time before the Biden fixer-upper service was going to swing by the shop, realize what I had seen, and taken care and disposed of the laptop, possibly disposed of me. So that's kind of when my fears started to rise. As the summer progressed, after it became my property, and I realized that a lot of what was in the news pertaining to Hunter Biden and Burisma, I had seen on the laptop. And what I had seen was a lot of money exchanging hands for what appeared to be a lot of favors from the State Department all the way up to the office of the vice president. So I knew that I needed to get this to the authorities for fear of my life, but also because this is the kind of corruption that needs to be exposed and be held accountable for. And it wasn't until later that I realized that, that we should live in a country where a citizen should be able to go to the authorities without fear of retribution or retaliation. And that did not happen to me. And now I'm on a quest to make sure that that doesn't happen. And in the book, I hopefully show what happened to me. And it's a cautionary tale to be careful of your alphabet agencies and your mainstream and social media. I'm also hoping that where on the left, they tried to make an example of me. I had the IRS audit me for $57 from 2016. I had my unemployment that I paid into with my business for 10 years denied for over a year until I had to write a letter to my governor. These attacks and jabs and an effort to keep me quiet, all these efforts to make an example of me. I'd like to kind of turn that around, and I'd like to be an example for those that are in a similar situation, that have an opportunity to blow a whistle, that it's okay to trade your fear for courage. There's going to be at least half a nation that's going to stand behind you when you make that decision. That's a tricky one. So I'm getting a little impatient with with expecting the Department of Justice to hold the Bidens accountable. So a couple of weeks ago, we filed a new lawsuit, and we've included Hunter Biden and the campaign to elect Joe Biden in that lawsuit. So again, I'm hoping to be a thorn in a side until there's some accountability. And if the Justice Department wants to punt on this, and Weiss in Delaware doesn't want to, wants to go soft. I didn't go to the FBI for a crackhead playing with a gun. I didn't go to the FBI for human trafficking because I really wasn't looking at porn. I went to the FBI because of a pay-for-play scheme being run out of the office of the vice president that included government agencies. And that's a concern for the nation, because from what I had seen on that laptop and the involvement that he had with these Chinese companies, especially Jackie Boyd, his assistant, China had a copy of this laptop. And they were probably leveraging it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Ukraine's had a copy, and ergo Russia had a copy. And all this is leverage. If it did not get exposed to at least law enforcement or our intelligence community on our end, and thank goodness now the American people, this would all have been leverage foreign powers would have had over the executive office. And I was fearful that when Joe got elected, my life would be in danger. That's one reason why I left. I would just be a checkbox that needed to be checked and a line scribbled through. Because I knew what was on that laptop, and most likely China and Russia did as well.